Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you are doing very well. Welcome to our math class. Today we will finish lesson 4 in chapter 10. So we will finish parallel lines and perpendicular lines, and during this class time we will cover page 413 and 414. So if you are ready, please open page 413. Before starting for exercise question, let's make a quick revision about our previous class. So in our previous class, we learned 3 types of lines. What are they? Intersecting lines, parallel lines, and perpendicular lines, right? So what does it mean, intersecting lines? Like you see in this picture, there should be 2 lines, line segments. So then they should be intersect in one point. There should be only one common point. How can I read it? I can say line ZT intersects line ER at point F. So there should be intersect at one point. What about parallel lines? Parallel lines, they always keep the distance same. They never intersect. In this situation, we will say line SK is parallel to line CJ. How can I show it? First of all, these two line segment represent it is parallel. So if you see 2 line or line segment, and if you see this symbol between them, it means these 2 line, or it can be line segment, so they are parallel lines. What about perpendicular lines? So what does it mean? They should be intersect in one point, but after intersecting they should be also construct 4 right angles. If you see right angles because of intersecting, we can say these lines are perpendicular lines. So this symbol is a representation for a perpendicular lines. If you see QW and XG, so if you see this symbol between these 2 lines, it means these 2 lines are perpendicular lines. Okay. After this quick revision, please open page 413 and let's start to do so many exercises now. Okay, let's read question 4 first. It says, name a pair of lines that are perpendicular. What we say, for perpendicular lines, I need to see right angles. How many right angles can you see here? So first of all, if there is a square here, it means a right angle. And I know this other angle is also right angle here. So I can say, check, line FGA and line HG, so they are perpendicular lines. What about question 5? It says name a pair of lines that appear to be parallel. So how many parallel lines can you see here? Which lines are parallel? We can say line DC and line FJ, they are parallel. Check, line CD here and line FJ here. So it means they never intersect. So this distance always will be same because they never intersect. Right now, let's check question 6. It say draw and label the figure describe. It say line segment RS, what is it? Parallel to line segment TU. This time check this shape. It is line segment, not line. So I know line segment has 2 endpoints and they are straight because line segment is the part of a line. So I'll draw a line segment which is called RS, and if I want to draw another line segment which is parallel to line segment RS, I need to draw TU like this, right? Because I know parallel lines never intersect and this distance always will be same. What about question 7? It say, what is it? ray, right? Ray KL and ray KM. So how can I write it? So K is my common ray. In this situation, first of all, I can draw a ray like this, and I can put a name like this, K and L. I know K is common, so in this situation, the second ray should be started from this point. K and M should go until the forever. Good. What about question 8? Which shape this represents? So it is a line segment, right? So line segment CD, what about this? What does it mean? Perpendicular to line segment DE. So first of all, let's draw CD. I draw a line segment like this because I know a line segment has two endpoints. So if CD is like this, how can I draw DE to make it perpendicular to line segment CD? I can draw DE like this because it should be a right angle if I want to make them perpendicular. So if DE like this, CD will be like this. Good. What about question 9? What is it? Line, right? Line JK. So what about this? Perpendicular to line LM. So if I draw JK like this, if I want to make another line a perpendicular, I know perpendicular lines intersect from one point. So, and also after intersecting, this angle should be right angle. So I can draw a line LM like this. They intersect in this point and these angles are right angles. Good. What about question 10? What is it? Which shape? A line. Good. Line ST intersecting line UV at point X. This time it's a intersecting, not perpendicular. So I know intersecting lines intersect at a point. So if I draw line ST like this, I need to draw line UV like this, and I know there is a intersecting point which is called point X. So I can draw line ST intersecting line UV at point X like this, because I know they are not perpendicular lines. They are just intersecting lines. What about question 11? It says line AB parallel to line FJ. So if I draw a line like this for AB, I need to draw another line which is parallel to line AB. So I know parallel lines never intersect and this distance should be same. Good. What about question 12? It says that line HL is parallel to line IM. Is then correct? Explain. Check. Line HL is here and line IM here. They are parallel or not? So I know they are not parallel because if you extend the lines, for example, if you make it line, if it goes like this, I know they will intersect. Parallel lines cannot intersect, okay? But if it will be extend this lines, and if this line will be also extend, I know they will intersect here. So what about question 13? It says name two intersecting line segments that are not perpendicular. So if you want, you can say line segment HL, which is here, and line segment LM. So I know they are not perpendicular, right? HL and LM. They are not perpendicular. So I can write line segment HL and line segment LM. They are not perpendicular. So Check question 14. It says what geometric term describes a corner of the living room? For example, let's check master bedroom. Check this angle. So if you want to give a name for this angle, what you say? It's an example for a right angle, right? So what about lines? They are perpendicular lines, right? This line segment and this line segment. So they are perpendicular. So I can say this is the right angle, and I can also say this is an example for perpendicular lines. Good. What about question 15? Name 3 parts of the plan that show line segments. There are so many line segments here. So if you want, you can say a wall in the master bedroom. This line, and this line segment, both of them is an example for a line segment. So the other one is the bedroom door. The bedroom door. So you can say the bedroom door. This is also another line segment. This is another line segment. This walls. This walls also an example for a line segment. Another one, a wall in the dining room. So this is also another line segment. This is another line segment. All of them represent a line segment. So you can give more examples for a line segment. Let's check question 16. Name a pair of line segments that appear to be parallel. So you can see so many line segments which are parallel to each other. For example, we say 2 walls in the living room that do not intersect and are opposite each other. Let's check living room. For example, this line segments and this line segments. They never intersect. There is no any common point. So this distance always same. It means this wall and the other wall, the opposite wall, they are parallel lines. They are parallel line segments. So you can give another example for this parallel lines. For example, this wall and the opposite wall, this one, they are also parallel. Or if you want, you can say like this. This wall and this line segment, they are also parallel to each other, right? There are so many examples for these questions. Let's check question 17. It says, name a street that appears to be parallel to S 70th Street. First of all, I need to find this street. S 70th Street. So which streets are parallel to this street? So there are so many examples for this. First of all, S 18th Street, S 19th Street, and S 20th Street. They all are parallel to each other, right? Good. So what about question 18? It says, name a street that appears to be parallel to Vernon Street. First of all, let's check Vernon Street. So there is only one street which is parallel to Vernon Street. Which one is parallel? Remember parallel. What does it mean parallel lines? They never intersect. And the distance between two line segments should be same. So Vernon Street, and which street is the parallel to Vernon Street? Perry Street. Good. Vernon Street and Perry Street. What about question 19? It says, name a street that appears to be perpendicular to S 19th Street. Let's check 19. So there are 2 streets which is perpendicular to S 19th Street. What are they? Austin Street and Chestnut Street. They are perpendicular to Street 19. So first of all, let's imagine this street goes like this, but Austin Street goes like this. So I can say they are perpendicular. Or S19 Street goes like this and Chestnut Street goes like this. So they are also perpendicular. So there are 2 streets which are perpendicular to S19 Street. Good job. What about last question? It says, choose the labels to make a true statement. First of all, it says perpendicular. So Let's check a right angle here. So if I see it, I know I can say this is this one, or third line, AB, right? So line AB is perpendicular to line AB is perpendicular what? Line EF, right? Good job. So thank you so much. Take care of you.